Nuke between ATK and Limitless. Didn't know if we'd see it after ATK took the map pick of Limitless, but man, they just couldn't do much of anything in that first half of Inferno, and that ended up being the difference maker as they fall by a scoreline of 16-10 there, and here we are. Limitless appears to have won the knife round because they're on CT side, and they also get the early advantage here, 4v3, although two of their players are very low on health. Bowden trying to get one back, and he does, 3v3, and look at this, missed him, and Swisher immediately swing around, and they find all of the rest of these frags in lobby.
Springing into action right there. And right now, what's very interesting to see, ATK able to deal with the aggression. Limitless continue to throw it at them, but they set that tone early that they've had enough of getting pressured on these T sides, and they prepared themselves accordingly. Able to deal with the lobby crunch right there on the pistol round. Again, it's a Limitless keeping up with their game plans, right? Keeping up with their ideas. It's that aggression that we've been seeing all throughout Inferno, that CT side proactivity that's been working wonders for them. But this time around, they have a little bit more measure to deal with it on this T side. Swisher as well on the board early, which has to be a huge relief.
Yeah, no 0-10 or 0-11 for Swisher this time. He's already got the first one. He's not going to be a double agent on you.
This has got a nasty flank right now.
Yeah. Missed him.
Ooh, what? Oh no, he gets nothing.
He's lucky. He really is. That Bowden was by his side, because if not, he likely would have been swung upon. 5v4 now in favor of ATK. Here comes the util. Tons of flashes, not taking any chances, as Limitless, of course, have forced up, as was evident from their first engagement with Grizz.
That is heartbreaking right there. They can still try and pull things back. They have a decent bit of resources here towards this lower bomb site. In fact, they are getting everyone in right positions. Will they be able to transition into a defense here? They're starting to get plucked apart. Scar and Grizz, they combine their efforts for one, but might be worth to just hold on to whatever they have left here, if that's afforded to them. DJ and Swisher chase him on in, and it will be ATK kicking things off in a 2-0 fashion, probably 3-0.
Yeah, good to see ATK get off to a much better start than did on Inferno. As mentioned, they don't play Nuke very often, but the one time they did, 16-3. So maybe this is the ace in the hole for ATK that other teams think is a punish as a third map, but in fact is not, because they somehow have some secret practice that they do on it. Who knows? Far from over, of course, and still very early days here. So far, so good. Look at this interesting little attempt at the outer yard from Limitless. A 4-man stack on top of each other's heads, and nothing really happens. They fall apart. That's it. Nice try, but that's all it'll be.
Quick and easy. Able to move on past the full eco, but this is where we set our sights to here. This is where the rubber's going to meet the road for ATK. And for Limitless, for that matter, here, the same case, right? Again, keeping your confidence high despite the initial rounds not going your way. I said, you know, maybe they get off to that CT side start that they did on Inferno, right? We get those very dominant first couple of rounds, and that just immediately sets the tone for ATK right now. But this time around, ATK are able to establish a little bit of map control, force them off a little bit. There's a nice bit of outer yard presence here that I'm noticing. They quickly fade away. Grizz and Maxwell gonna change up the setup.
JBa taking the early damage down to 34 here, as ATK are working outer yard. Wall of smoke's thrown very deep. Or I should say wall of smoke, just one smoke. For blue box, interestingly enough, and they re-smoked it as well. There is plenty of visibility. Gets not one, but two. Swisher and Bowden dropped. Missed him trying to get the trade here. I'm not sure he'll even be able to do it. Well, there's a nice flashbang on the Reck picture. Perfect. But unbeknownst to them, Maximo was waiting over at Lockers, takes down Missed him, and this is exactly what Limitless were looking for. 4v2 edge. DJ, did he spot the info? He did. Scar exposed, so that gives them a chance, but, well, it quickly wisps away, and only DJ will fall.
Nicely done right there. Very clean double up right there from Grizz. Just playing off of a gap in the smoke. I'm not sure if that was just a slight gap in the default there from Atk. The protocol's not buttoned up, but that really soured the moods right there, because you could see the scaling that was done. If they just had an extra smoke for Missed him to cross in off the back of Reck's flashbang, that could have been instead, you know, a quick 5v4 advantage and some good control there, at least a 4v4, but it's just a quick trade for him instead. Didn't go their way. As this little late flash pop could be promising here, but DJ not turned in the right direction here. And Scar able to hold down the line here. Swisher, though, will pull things back, and Missed him has valuably gotten himself down the vents.
Yeah, that's important. Down into those vents. Getting a lot of... are making things a little more difficult for Limitless, as they have a lot more to think about. Scar and Squeaky. Oh no, this swing, is it going to deal 2 frags in the direction of Atk? Oh, Swisher's alive somehow. And Scar's gone towards the USB. Picks up the op and finishes the job with it. 4v2, just as Atk were trying to join up with their teammate in the vents. Now he just has to wait a little bit longer. In fact, he did push out to the bomb site, plant the bomb, and immediately gets dropped. So that's something. Now Reck has to stand on his head just to try and defend this plant. Can he do it? 4 players to take down, tons of util, and, well, a quick answer. No, he cannot. Scar, the headshot, 2 rounds picked up by Limitless.
A lovely work right there. Get the job done. Bomb defused there. Scar doing everything in that round. Grizz capping it off. But taking that control back in towards lobby, that little late resurgence. Always a good protocol, especially with the map control, right? Because the thing is there, with a player down vents, you can start to cut off rotations, really be useful in that direction, that side of the map. And if they were allowed to maybe get towards that outer yard, could have done a whole lot of damage from that position. So a lot of fear into the hearts there of Limitless with that control early on, and with Swisher finding that opening pick, but it does get pulled back.
Flashbang thrown for Atk to try and push out here. Still a pretty decent buy-up. Utility a little more limited, and they will have to deal with Grizz, who pushes up right in their faces. DJ and Bowden dropped immediately. Swisher gets a response from Hut, but the bomb is so vulnerable now. It's hard to pick up. Rex trying to recover it, needs to commit a smoke to it, and Cameron drops him with the AK. Oh, goodness me. Swisher, now the last one standing. 4v1, no bomb. Likely fall here. He does manage to get one of the Scar with his position known. Can he pull this off? He gets a second. Swisher, you're making me believe here. Still needs to get that bomb back. 53 seconds to do so. And he decides to go down into vent. That means he's going to come up from secret and try to sneak the bomb away towards the B site, or maybe even pull it back into A. It's being watched though, Cole.
Got a smoke and a molly he can use to cross in. It just depends on if he wants to reveal his position. Didn't get his chance right there. Had an opportunity now. Spam through the smoke. 15 seconds
just
left. He has
missed.
to dive in, grabs the bomb, and he starts to run away. Cameron tries to chase him here. Glocks are out, and Cameron wisely holds back. Just a little bit of patience right there. As Swisher tried to fake him out, if Cameron would have made the mistake of chasing him, that would have been, you know, A, free and clear, and Swisher could have really won that, but that patience from Cameron pays off.
I'm surprised he didn't bite for that bait. It was very nicely attempted from Swisher, but as you mentioned, he just holds his ground, waits to see if Swisher is going to come back up through the smoke, and he did, and no further damage done. Kind of a shame for Swisher. I thought he had the ability to get that frag and close it down, but just couldn't hit his spray. And, Cameron just slightly behind cover. Maxwell could get the opener. There it is, looking for the second. Finds it. And yeah, no fuss, no muss. Bomb gets planted, though. Wow, they managed to sneak it in there.
It's the second time Missed him just stuck down the fence with the bomb there and got the bomb plant. Not too bad. It's kind of mission accomplished right there. Swisher.
Yeah.
He can grab himself something. Nice. No confidence building kills. Not quite. It's going to be 4. Limitless taking that lead. And once they get those rifles out, man, they really start to heat up here.
Yeah, definitely. Limitless on to 4 here after a very nice 3-0 start for ATK. Kind of more reminiscent of Overpass than, of course, what we saw on Inferno. So that's the good news for ATK, I guess, since they ended up winning Overpass. They need to start getting back into this one. Nuke can be very CT-sided. So let's say if ATK can get 6 here, it'll be a pretty good half. DJ gonna get 1. Scar gets the immediate trade. Grizz and Bowden trading more frags. 3v3, even numbers. They're really going for this lobby control now. They've got it. I'm surprised ATK continued to fight in there, but I guess they had to because the bomb is dropped right in the middle of lobby. And now, it gets even harder to retrieve it. But there are a couple of low HP players. Limitless. If there was a nade, oh man, it would be so good for ATK, but unfortunately, there is not. Just a Molotov. Ooh, wow.
Chase that kill down. And Missed him is still locked out of the smoke. His position revealed here. Attempt to isolate these fights. Needs to find 2. Needs to just pick up that bomb. There's the first peek there. The Octo is just tanking these bullets. Played a perfect angle. JBa just gives them a wide so you can actually see it without the radar or X-ray, and it just looks so quick. And this is what was so scary. You talked about, kind of reminiscing on Overpass as opposed to Inferno, but that looked like an Inferno round. When the rifles are out here, you just establish a little bit of dominance. You find a couple quick trades, but in these late round situations, you just lock down a position on top of the bomb right there. And Limitless feeling very confident, as you can see, and if that confidence continues to build, that's going to be a scary sign.
Yeah, no question. And ATK also has to be careful not to let Limitless's economy build up too much, because the more you go on in this half, the more likely it is that Limitless will be able to really shut things down on their CT side and pick up some rounds. So ATK need to find them now. Mistim does get the trade onto Grizz after he loses his teammate in Bowden. So that's some control of the outer yard, but oof. I don't really want to play with it. Looks like they're leaning more in towards the ramp, and Scar catches off Swisher lurking around. A lot of time left here for ATK to work with, but these early frags going in favor of Limitless continue to cost them.
No question. Losing that advantage takes it away from them. Although right now this group up and control that's being taken towards the lower bomb site can be valuable. Maxwell has a coverage. Pops a shot off, no connection there though. So now he's going to concede a little bit, fake on the bomb plant. There's not utility though to comfortably plant, so they need to start finding these kills, taking space, something along those lines. It's a risk right there. Is a smoke down. So the numbers will be punched in. And with these low HP bars, it does make this dream of winning this 3-on-4 way more realistic here. As Mistim tries to pop some heads. We'll take one clean off here, gets a second chance, but sticks around, continues to peek forward. And there are other players just in no man's land here, trying to isolate these fights for DJ. He gets toppled by JBa, and that's a very composed retake right there from Limitless.
Yeah, and I mean, ATK playing out in the open a little bit too much. I'm surprised they don't tuck a little bit more. Obviously, they don't know what's outside the doors, but they had some information, maybe go up the ramp. I don't know, something different than that, because they really didn't do much in the post plant. One frag from Mistim. Once he goes down, everyone else topples like dominoes. 6-3 in favor of Limitless, who do double up on the scoreline of ATK. ATK, with the bomb plants continuing to flow, will at least have the cash to buy up the AKs across the board, and a ton of util just being dropped for Bowden, who's going to toss a couple of smokes, and even the third one. So he's taking care of the wall of smokes all by himself, while the rest of his team goes to the lobby. Yeah.
That was all the lineups. It looks like those first 2 smokes, though, are the same smokes. I don't know if he changes or, like, moves his crosshair any, which is interesting. By the way, Cameron getting caught on this reload here. It's going to allow them to scale past the smoke, and now he is going to be in a little bit of hot water right now if he can't find a proper defense. That flash will catch him. He's good for one, which is probably more than he expected. Not too bad right there, but it's very quick ramp control here. And they're already in that lower bomb site. Grizz, though, he does get that lurk. We'll take care of missed him. So now, again, they're in this 3v4. This time, though, with a little bit better on the post plants.
Oh. That's a nice sequence, but no! Maxwell and Scar close it out. DJ and Rec caught out again. And even though it looks so good for ATK, right? They get that great trade, 2-for-1. They can't hang on. 7th round picked up from Limitless, and these are the types of rounds that you really do want to find yourself on the winning side of, on your T side. Yes, you keep getting the bomb plants. It's great. Your economy is staying healthy, but 3 rounds is not going to cut it on your T side. You need at least, I would say, 5 at a minimum to give yourself a fighting chance when you go over to CT.
Yeah, I mean, we could just walk into the same story here as what we did on Inferno.
It's crazy, man. I don't know what's happened to ATK.
This matchup, man, it's these young guns on Limitless are getting the job done here.
Yeah.
Once again, just that lack of confidence here showing from ATK as they try and confidently move out towards A, but there's a Molly that's cutting off these positions right now. And another kill. It's a lockdown defense from Grizz, holding down the line. 3 kills from him. And Limitless move themselves up to 8. That A execute, that A pop, ATK. They dive deep into the strap books, and that's what it looks like.
I don't know. That was just a straight on push onto the A side and execute. I don't know if Grizz even realized he got that second frag because it was through the hut after he fragged the player in front of him. Yes.
Oh my god.
That was wild, honestly. 8-3 in favor of Limitless. Everything is going their way, and now ATK are finally forced onto an eco round without finding the bomb plant in that round. Missed him, gets the opener onto Grizz. Maybe this is what ATK needed, just a round where they could freewheel a little bit, so to speak, and not overthink things too much. Cameron, bagging Wreck down a little bit. Scar manages to finish off Swisher, who hasn't had a frag in, I think, 5 rounds right now. Really, I don't want to put too much emphasis on one person's performance as JBa takes down missed him, but Swisher hasn't looked like himself over the last 2 maps.
Yeah, we definitely saw it early. I mean, he was landing some nasty shots to open up some of those A site rounds there, and it has kind of fallen a little bit dry since he didn't close out that like impossible 1v4 clutch that he almost made possible, but right now, it seems like it's kind of fizzling out, and it feels like it's an entire team problem, right, for ATK.
Yeah.
Just no one finding any picks here. I mean, Rec will find one, as I say that, of course, but we'll be able to close out this round here in a 1v3. Deagle in hand, tucked into a corner now, and he has to reload, so it's kind of revealing his position. They're out and about right now, right above him, I believe. Making a move on in through the glass here. Another kill comes on through here. Oh, but no more. JBA will put an end to it, and they continue to succeed here. Limitless continue to establish their dominance.
Oh, absolutely, and build up their economy. Look, 3 players make that 4 above the 10K mark. Maxwell's almost full money, 15K. Coming into this round, everything's going their way. And like I said, once you get into the latter rounds here and that CT economy is built up, the foundation is there, it's so difficult to break it down and pretty much impossible at this stage because only 3 rounds left in the half. I think Limitless gets a bye no matter what happens here. So ATK are fighting a very uphill battle to even get one more round.
Constantly going to be up against gun rounds here for the remainder of the half. It's just so brutal. They'll never have that sigh of relief. Although, again, when they have had those struggles on the T side of Inferno, Mistim has bailed them out. He's been the one to activate here. Maybe he can replicate that. That's a nasty shot, though. He repeaks though right into Bowden's crosshair. So both delivering on the op here in the outer yard. It's only for so long though, as Scar just moves past the smoke without a care in the world.
Yeah, 3v3, even numbers. ATK should be able to take ramp, and I don't think there's any presence on B. No, there isn't. So likely another post plant scenario. Limitless hunting for bodies, realizing, yep, no one's here on A. It's going to be B. Let's see what they can do. JBA and Scar have been two of the top fraggers here. Scar in particular at 12. Looking at Swisher and Reck, who are usually at the top of that scoreboard, but right now it's just not looking that great. Swisher gets one, traded immediately by Scar. Cameron's looking to help out, but it's only Scar who's needed, at least for the first two. DJ isolated, last one standing. Can he do it from Cubby? There's one. Flashbang tossed. Just needs the section off Scar. He spots out the information, needs to get this headshot, and he will not. Scar finds him. Is there time for the defusal? Yes, indeed. Plenty of time. 10-3 for Limitless, and another close round not closed out by ATK.
Wow. I mean, right there, Scar pulling that one back. That second kill that he had, anticipating Reck's re-aggression, is absolutely stunning right there. So very impressive coming through from Limitless camp, man. And again, just small details right there. I feel like DJ tucking in towards that cubby, he guarantees that win. Just buys another couple seconds off the clock right there. If he made Scar chase him down instead of taking that fight, sticking around, holding that angle, you know, that would have been Scar having to, you know, take too much time. And that retake wouldn't have been possible. But it's those small mistakes here that continue to creep up on Limitless.
As we wait for things to get underway again here, just a little bit of a tech issue. Should be solved very shortly. But yeah, ATK, oof, I mean, not looking like themselves. And I was saying at the beginning of this one that this is a potential statement match for ATK that they can make, showing, yes, we lost against Limitless to open up last season, but this time it's not going to happen. And well, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Even if they win here, there are some question marks. I'm not sure what it is about Limitless that gives them so many headaches. It's so strange. Again, that was their only win last season of all the matches that they actually played against ATK.
If they replicate it here, oh my
it's crazy.
God, Scar. Just right through the smoke, man. Have fun with that. Sorry, Bowden, you'll be watching from the sidelines here, looking pretty sour. If they just replicate that, man, again, lost at the start of the season for them this season to take flight, and then they come through ATK, who they've been on an absolute tear recently, and they might actually drop their winning streak to Limitless right now in ECL. That would be a wild turn of events right now.
Alrighty, missed him. Dropped. Maxwell's been really good with that AWP when he's been called upon. That one's through the wall. Cameron hunted for some info, pushing up a little bit, now backs off into the ramp. I mean, you don't have to go up aggressively. 44 seconds left, and now only 2 players left. Make it 1. Scar is just piling on the frags. Reck does manage to get a couple back, but so much work left for him. 3 players left. Needs the ace, and it's just not going to happen. JBA tucked up into the rafters, gets the headshot. 11-3 as we head into the 15th and final round of this half.
This is just dominant right now, man. ATK. Win the pistol, win the next 2, a force buy, and a full eco. The gun rounds have been just null and void. They haven't been existing at all on the server right now. This is just absolutely tragic right now from them, and if they let this continue here, if they don't grab themselves score, it's going to be so hard to recover this. Swisher just jiggling out here, trying to take some pressure. He's getting damage down through the wall as he tries to entry forward. The flashes are good, though, and now it's his chance to wake up. Swisher grabs himself 2 entries finally. DJ steps up as well. He's good for 1. Swisher avoiding the flashes here. He might even more here as this one fizzles out. Cameron tries to press forward, but it is 4 that they will grab at the turn of the half. ATK, they give themselves something, but it ain't much here.
love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Another half, another dominant scoreline for Limitless heading into the second one. 11-4. Yes, it is Nuke. Yes, it was their CT side, but Nuke is not that CT sided anymore. It does lean a little bit more into the T's, and you can find 6, even 7, and even come out with leads going to that second half. And wow, ATK fell pretty flat. They're going to need an impressive start, and of course, I'll commence with the pistol round. The thing is, back and forth we go, and a 3v2 advantage gained by Limitless, Swisher, and DJ. The last two standing. DJ in the vents, so maybe he can catch them off guard, but I think Limitless are just going to have a path into the A site, which means Swisher is kind of by himself.
Oh, repeaking into 3. How does he find it, though? He's managed to pluck the last player pushing forward here. A player on the top of the hut that would be hard to anticipate. Perfect position, but the dualies get the job done. JBa! He swings off the contact right there, and Swisher will close, so it's going to be ATK recovering a very difficult round, and it is the man that did all the work on overpass. Finding a 3K, recovering that one as well. High impact out of him here. But it's going to be a whole lot more required, right? That is just the first step.
I mean, that's what happened at the beginning of the first half. Remember, Swish did a great job on pistol. I think he even had a 3K there as well. And then Limitless started to come back into it. So hopefully for ATK's sake, they will be able to build off of that. But with Limitless finding the bomb plant, they can get a decent buy-up. It's going to feature 4 MAC-10s, actually, and the Galil. They really want that mobility here, which makes sense on a map like Nuke, where you can overload maybe into Squeaky, towards Vent, or into Secret. Nade's going to get tossed here. Limitless. You have Scar throwing that smoke for Garage, and there's the wall of smokes coming in as well. Nice nade from Bowden. Connects for a decent amount of damage.
Utility. Been very good from ATK. It's good to see that utility damage continuing. Bowden trying to cover a lot of space though and long here. It's for the most part just going to be put on Mistum to lock down that secret side of the map. There's some tags and frags landed from Bowden towards that outer yard, so what I thought would be pretty easily nullified is going to be taken advantage of there, and Wreck as well. Some damage. Now gonna put some pressure. Jump spot does get the info here, but Mistim can still be a nuisance. Lands a couple of follow-up kills there. DJ will keep it flawless, and the full force buy falls flat for Limitless. That's a very valuable round right there from them. Atk can start to pick up the pace here, close that distance quickly.
All right, all right. Not too shabby here to kick things off. 6 rounds picked up, but still a 5-round deficit for them to recover from. That said, this round will likely feature only upgraded pistols. Limitless, I mean, their primary goal is to get a bomb plant, and in fact, only 1 upgraded pistol, a Tech 9, and a smoke bot from Grizz. That means an $800 investment. Swisher. Up and down from heaven onto the ace. Rex in prime position to punish here and build up a ton of bank. He does get a couple, $1,200. Then goes down to Maxwell. Bowden waiting with the USP. Gets a headshot onto Grizz. Will go down. That leads to maybe a bomb plant. DJ around the corner. But no, Cameron pulls back, goes back into ramp, gets Mistim, makes it a 2v2. A nade connects for a lot of damage, but this should still be a bomb plant, Cole.
DJ could have denied it. Was too careful, and now just giving him a chance there. That shot could have put him down. Maxwell doesn't connect though, and now he has to dice up these angles here as Cameron takes time to push on the flank. Gets Swisher in a clutch, but he did get tagged by the scout, and so now he's down low. There's a kit, but there's no smoke to shroud his vision. It's only going to be the duel that's going to be taken here. Cameron just waits inside the vents. He waits for the tap here, and now bomb is past half ticked, so that pressure is going to continue to be applied. There's that smoke that's picked up though. Tossed right on top of the bomb. Starts to land. It's a fake here. Cameron spots him getting off of it, but he still lands the fight. And there's nothing that Swisher can do. It's a tragic round for ATK. They lose it completely.
Another tech pos appears to be coming in just a moment, guys. Yeah, there it is. But still, we need to talk about that round. $800 invested by Limitless there. That was a round where a bomb plant is fantastic for them. Instead, they end up winning it because ATK were just losing the duels up against those pistols. And again, it's just Glocks and I believe the one upgraded one in the Tech 9. So that is not the way you want that round to go if you're ATK. They need to clean up their anti-ecos. I think they're going to buy into this one. Yeah, they have enough money to do so, but oof. Bitter pill for them to swallow as Limitless get their 12th here, Paul.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely unreal. Be honest, just full expecting that to just completely fall flat, and instead they end up pulling it across a line. That is a complete shock to ATK right there. Early momentum stopper, right? We saw in Inferno, they got all the way back to 10. You know, things were looking like ATK were starting to coast on that CT side, delivering after time. But, you know, interestingly enough here, a couple of those awkward anti-ecos have flared up where they have very little and they get so much out of it. Like on Overpass, they found 3 kills, which is more than what you would expect on these sort of rounds. So I'm with you. Just cleaning up rounds like these is so incredibly important. It makes your job so easy, and instead, get so much out of it here, especially if they win this round. That could be just the backbreaker.
We'll see. I mean, yeah, their buy-up is still present here. Swisher, opening frag. That'll help settle things down, potentially. Limitless don't get that presence they were hoping for from the lurk of Scar. And they're all bunched up in lobby now. Waiting on A is Bowden. He will have reinforcements from Mistim. Maybe a third player from heaven. Oh, Swisher, the perfect timing on the peak, gets 2 as both players were trying to line up shots and utility. Missed him. Also manages to get JBA. But look at this. Is Grizz going to clutch? Oh, goodness. Whew. Okay. ATK don't lose another round in completely ridiculous circumstances, and they get their 7th. But for a moment, it looked like Grizz was going to get himself a 3rd and maybe find a way to victory.
Yeah, if he had an AK right there, man, I think that's a round locked in. Oh. Or at least not a round, a kill locked in, right? Mm-hmm. So, scary stuff right there, but they avoid that reality. It's going to be a bit of a half buy here. We've got Grizz on the hero rifle. See what he can get done right now. If he can be a difference maker, Mistim's already down the vents here. This early control down the vents has been very valuable in these rounds. You get pressure jumping through the smoke there. He does find 2. He even dinks down Grizz, so that's very good damage coming through from the IGL there.
Yeah, Reck gonna take care of Maxwell. Just the pistols for Limitless, and good news for ATK is they don't get too rattled by that round where Limitless had such a small investment. They come right back, get things under control, and then they have this round where it should be okay. Bomb on JBA's back. Grizz has the AK. And there isn't much space for them to maneuver. They've gone into observation. I'm just holding because they want to try and find a frag, see if ATK gets a little too overeager. But as it stands, they're not giving anything to Limitless. Trading guns. JBA with more HP. Says, I'll take that AK, and it doesn't matter anyway, because Swisher's just going to delete him right out of this round. And he's looking for the last. Grizz, maybe going to try and sneak up to the A site and get a plant. 28 seconds left to decide. As soon as someone tries to clear out these vents, though, he's probably gone. Well, he will get back up to A, so this is a bomb plant. That's great.
That's everything right there. It's plenty of money to purchase in that next round. Off the back of that one play, huge gap that he just slipped right there. Swisher thought he had checked everything, but he didn't check the vents, and that bomb plant going to give them, I mean, honestly, enough money to get all that extra utility, right? That's the key detail here. Maybe even an op in Maxwell's hands if they can afford it, so that's good news. But ATK have now closed the distance to 4, and they've only given over a singular round, so like you said, just not too rattled off the back of a pretty unbelievable eco loss.
Yeah. Swisher, he's got the XM1014. All right, he's going to be playing HUT. Almost certainly. Yeah, there it is. Right around it anyway. And he goes to the top of HUT as predicted. That's the most viable place for the XM, I think, in all of the maps in Counter-Strike right now. He's also got the rare blue leaf on that XM.
He has been going for that quite a bit. Is that like a rare skin pattern?
Yes, it is on the XM1014 Seasons. It is a rare pattern. Not super rare, but it's rare enough that it doesn't happen often.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't use the XM that much, but Swisher's been using it quite a bit this half, so at least he's getting high value out of the skin.
Definitely.
He's in the right place for it, but this is a full gun round, right? So you gotta make sure you're locking things down. He has Bowden alongside him, though, ready to offer up at least a chance at picking off player and Squeaky, but they smoke it down and avoid the problem completely as the rest of the roster here on Limitless actually make their move towards the outer yard. Maybe a splitting towards Mini.
Oh, this is not a bad play at all. Swisher could do damage, but no. Maxwell takes him down. What a swing from DJ. 3 frags just like that. Missed him. Manages to get Grizz as well, and Cameron will fall by the wayside. There it is. A 9th round for ATK, and life is being breathed into them.
My God, what a spray down right there from DJ, man. Beautiful work. I'm sure a huge sigh of relief on Swisher as well. I mean, he obviously didn't have the right weapon for the job, but able to do a lot of damage on that first player, and then seeing your teammate just lock down a beautiful spray down like that is maybe gonna encourage some confidence here that this comeback can really happen here. The XM is out again, though. And they're gonna fire down range. It's 2 kills, but his teammates have fallen in the meantime here, and it could be another eco that gets him another round as Cameron has extended that advantage even further. And Grizz finds 2 headshots, 2 more kills. What a round right there, man. As soon as I think ATK are back in it, Limitless throw these haymakers.
Oh, man. Another anti-eco going awry for ATK. Everything else looks so good, but once Limitless get forced onto pistols, it should be like ATK celebrating instead. It's the opposite with Limitless. punishing their economy. 4 frags from the Tech-9. I think that was Grizz coming through with that. And ATK don't have much util as a result, although they do have 4 rifles, 1 player onto the MP9, 2 smokes, 2 flashes, and a nade available. Things getting a little hairy.
No utility. Desperately missed him. His head was peering above the smoke. And Scar has an advantaged angle on him. That's one of your heavier hitters in this matchup, taken down early. And Reck, look who fills the place right now. It's an MP9 at distance. He's going to take a route in towards events as Swisher does recover. This is very valuable control towards the lobby. That's a lot of information gathered, but they've decided they want to go back up the vents here.
Oh no, Grizz slips through into hell and finds the gap in ramp, takes down Bowden, who wasn't even expecting anyone to be there because no one was watching. Now Reck, did he punish? Yes, there's one. Bomb dropped. He's going to try and flash out and come around the corner on the other side. Not a bad idea, but in the meantime, well, Limitless says, okay, let's just go into that bomb site. And by the time Reck gets there, Grizz is able to section him off. Swisher and DJ doing work, though. They get the numbers advantage back with DJ finding the 2K. JBa looking to clutch it out. There's one, maybe the second, indeed, JBa.
Oh my God.
The clutch victory in the 1v2, 14-9 for Limitless.
Oh no. JBA just broke their hearts right there. That could be the final nail in the coffin. Look at the money. It's completely shot. That was the round that they needed. 2v1. The young gun of JBA steps up big time. Limitless. They might just do it again. They're 1 win last season versus Limitless. Or versus ATK rather, and they might just replicate it after all of the dominance that has been shown here. Grizz fires away, good for 2. JBA expecting this lobby aggression, and he does it again. Sprays them all down, dismantles them, and they've got series point.
This is unreal. I mean, the entirety of Limitless have been so very good. It's not necessarily one player, although we can highlight Scar, who's been very impressive on Inferno in particular, was opening up rounds time after time. Grizz as well here, 24 frags leads the way, but JBA's been impactful. Maxwell hasn't necessarily had the highest frag total, but definitely right there with the AWP and nailing bodies to the ground when he was called upon. And Cameron, very consistent. Here we go. Limitless, 6 opportunities to close this out. DJ and Swisher at least get a couple, but Scar and Cameron come back for 3. Cole, Reck, and Mistim. All hope in this map and series lies on their shoulders. And Mistim's trying to flash out Reck, but a Molotov is burning right above him, so he has to wait a little bit longer.
More mollies could be thrown in towards heaven as well if they prioritize it. Cameron going down the Vince, though, is interesting here. They've lost another player. Might be able to stay afloat here for a little while longer. Cameron, when is he going to surface? What is his game plan right now in this position? Maybe he could get an element of surprise. The bomb has been tapped, though. And he's going to swing up right into his death here. Maxwell now left into the 1v2 clutch. Needs to isolate these fights. He finds the first. He's taking the defuse Reck. He does get it down range. The P250's out, and he will drop. Maxwell unable to close just yet. And a little bit of life for ATK still standing.
Oh, I thought he had it. I honestly did, Cole. You know, he gets that first one, but doesn't realize that the bomb is being defused and that it wasn't going to be stopped. A stick defusal comes through. 10th round for ATK, just barely snuck past Limitless. And I mean, Limitless, even though they started off that round down 2 men, got 3 in a row. Scar again, the key piece to helping them get back into it and find the bomb plant, which means regardless of the fact the round was lost, the economy is still very healthy. AKs across the board, and ATK are more of the ones that are worse for wear because on that CT side, their economy is not even good enough for more than 1 A1S. Yes, they have the op, but 3 FAMASs to work with on their side, and the utility's not great either. Still a very uphill battle, and JBA trades one up with Mistim. Bowden finds one, but again, the trade is good.
Yeah, you can't say that enough with this Limitless team right now. The trades are good. And they're finding them consistently here. Another opportunity. Swisher right around the corner. This guy's been doing damage. He's been putting in good work right now. But look at the spacing here. Maxwell gonna peek forward. He gets taken down, but there you go. Finally, no trade. Finally, Swisher will extend his team an advantage. As Reck going to best Cameron, jumping around the corner. And ATK, they will fight on. They're cracking the code here. Limitless have come so close, but as you've mentioned in that last map, 16, they can be the hardest round to find.
Yeah. The good news for Limitless, of course, is even though they're losing these rounds, they continue to take down the bodies for ATK. Only 2 guns carried over from that previous round. So again, the buy-up, it looks good. I mean, in terms of utility, they have all they could possibly need, but Bowden can't afford the op. He settles for the Scout, 2 FAMASs, an AK, and an M4, and it's not the best of buy-ups. They're going to try for this quick play with the Tech-9s again onto the A site. ATK's not ready. DJ's down. So is Mistem. Swisher trying to respond here from top of hut, but he also gets dropped.
No
There
way.
goes Bowden. It's only Reck left again on an anti-eco. ATK cannot shut the door. Reck trying to have the heroics here to pull this one off, but Cole, I don't know if he's got it in him. We'll have to see. Reck around the corner, spraying down Cameron, cannot finish him off. He drops down, gets one, and the second!
Oh.
I cannot believe it. Reck, with 6 HP left, is going to clutch it out and find a 12. Oh my goodness, they have so much to thank Reck for here in the latter parts of this map.
There's absolutely no way. What a second shot right there, man. That was stunning stuff. An opportunity just slips right from underneath them. Limitless saw that one. They envisioned them closing out this series right here, right now.
Wow.
In that last round. But Reck just pulls it right on back to reality. And ATK hang on by a thread right now. They are fighting tooth and nail to stay alive. For another A-pop though. Another upper hit here. And this time missed him. Puts an end to them. But there's trades back again. Pretty rapid. The man advantage still maintained, but there's a chance to reroute. Down the vents they go, and in towards the B-bomb site. We are in another post-plant situation.
Oh, no question. Plant going to come through here. DJ realizing it, trying to go down the vents. He's wary of the possibility someone will be here, but no one is. Maxwell. There's so much impact. If ATK don't time this right, now he's the last one standing, but does manage to get the first, and no damage done on him in that engagement. Maxwell, post plant, going into observation, now doubles back into double doors, and he will get spotted by who else but Reck, saving the day for ATK and finding them a 13th. But it is a bomb plant, and Limitless, I believe they're either at or very close to full loss bonus. Yeah, they're at full loss bonus. The additional $800 helps immensely, and they'll have a strong buy-up again. Timeout going to be called here. I'm going to check who that is called by here, Cole. And it looks like Limitless. Yes, going to call for the timeout.
Oof. This is tense right now.
Yeah, hearts are pounding on both sides.
Think about the chances that Limitless have had to close this one. And as a young team, you can start to feel like you missed your window. That scary, that sinking feeling. You can't let it linger here. This timeout perfectly timed to try and settle these young players. Keep them calm. We'll see if enough has been said here in the break.
Limitless. Lots of opportunities to close out this map. Still 2 more available, including this one. ATK have Bowden getting quite aggressive from Secret with that op. He needs to be careful. Obviously wants to find the opening frag should anyone show face. But if he's dropped, that opens up a big hole in the defensive side on B. Smoke's coming through. Molotov as well. Mistem's going to try and do some utility damage here, and nothing. The nade goes right between the wickets. Bowden, there's the opener. Scar trying to creep around the edge of that smoke, and a 5v4 for ATK with 1 minute left on the clock for Limitless to work with. They don't appear to want to give up the space they've gained, and why should they? Charging towards CT. There's the trade on back from JBA. A lot of damage taken in return, though.
Tricky shot to land right there. Needed something like that. Start building that momentum. But in the meantime, you actually take a look here, and They've got that control deep in towards lobby established here. Now they're walking into the crossfire. They're walking into the meat grinder of Reck. This guy has picked up the pace here in this second half. He's keeping them alive, and he's actually getting the job done right now. ATK got to take it to all 30 rounds right here. And one more to extend play. One more. Taking it into overtime here. Limitless, their lead. It looked so clean. It looked like they were so close to finishing the job, but again, as you've said before, that 16 can be so elusive.
I mean, 15-9 for Limitless. This is 5 in a row for Atk.Reck. Needed a couple of rounds with some heroics, but he delivered. He's up to 27 now. Missed him the opener. DJ gets JBA. It looks like overtime is incoming here, and indeed, we are headed there. 15-15, all tied up. We head to a break. When we come back, we'll see how this one shakes out in OT.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Overtime. ATK managing to pull it back after a very slow start in that first half, down 4-11 and even looking shaky, dropping a couple of anti-ecos on their CT side. The third one felt like it would seal the deal, but Reck saved the day in a 1v2. And here we are, 6 rounds in a row to bring us to OT. Ay, ay.
As 2 instant opening frags come through, Bowden will find one as well. Answer things on back. Swisher hanging about, trying to contain things here, but he's gonna get caught in no man's land. Scar will put him down here, and now they have a whole wealth of options right now as to where they head into.
Yeah, I mean, A site's completely open, so likely just going to plant the bomb here. Missed him and Bowden, excuse me, not Bowden. As they are the last 2 standing. Missed him might want to save the AK. That's really the only thing worth saving over in overtime when you're on your CT side. Because you got all that money. And we'll see what they decide to do. Oh no, missed him. Oh goodness, he gets one and then his teammate as well. Bowden, I think it's kind of Bowden's fault because he walked into the angle and you can't really blame missed him for it. Limitless find their 16th, and Cole, I mean, I don't know how many times, probably more than 80% of the time, I'm just pulling a number out of nowhere, but that the team that needed one more in regulation finds it immediately once they get to overtime.
Source? I made it up.
I mean, I'm just pulling.
No, I'm with you. I know what you mean. It's like as
it just
soon
feels
as
that way, right?
Yeah, as soon as the pressure's unlocked right there, it's like, oh, well, we finally went around, guys. We figured it out. It's a shame it couldn't come earlier for Limitless, but better late than never right now, especially in overtime here. Establishing that dominance, especially with a clean round like that, right? That's a very solid, well put together round from Limitless there, and they can continue that. Grab yourself another one here on this half with how strong their CT was. Well, what's to say that won't change here, but Bowden is making sure that that's not a possibility. Double ops start to sing. Reck finds one as well. Perfect time to whip this out late into OT, right? You talked about the money. There's so much to go around, so double ops can be a big answer, and it is so far.
Didn't run this at all in regulation. Grizz gets a response onto miss them. They need to be careful not to overface here. As a Molotov, lands in the smoke. Not timed well for ATK. That makes things a lot more comfortable for Cameron as he waits for his teammates to join up with him from Mini. Flashbang tossed. Cameron throws one of his own. 45 seconds left. ATK in a bit of trouble. Scar dropping DJ. Cameron getting Bowden. Swisher along with Reck, the last 2 standing, and Scar finds himself a second. Reck does get the response, but it's Cameron versus Reck here in a 1v1. Bomb still not planted. Cameron's waiting for a peek to come through. Pretty good angle for him to hold as well. And decides, you know what? I don't think that op's going to be able to push out here. Sticks the plant. And now it's up to Reck to try and get back onto the site. He has the smoke. Is the barrel going to get spotted? It is! And Cameron secures the last one. 17-15 for Limitless.
That's back-to-back rounds right here. We said money wasn't a huge issue, but it actually can be if you lose both of those rounds and don't save anything here. You can see Bowden, he's got a glass cannon rifle that he tossed out. He doesn't have any armor right now. I don't know if there's an op down somewhere for him. I imagine that's the case if he doesn't have armor, but yeah, I mean, you do have to go glass cannon. You can see the lack of utility here. There's definitely some weaknesses, and Limitless have come out of the gate swinging. Ready for vengeance right now. Hungry to claim this one. It might have required some extra rounds, but as soon as they take it into overtime, it's like they're a whole new team. They took that couple of minutes, and they timed it well.
Oh, wow. Opening frag found for missed him. So ATK off to another good start. It didn't help them in the previous rounds. Limitless were still able to strike back and take it. Let's see if they can close this one out. Good Molotov thrown to force the op back. DJ along with Swisher waiting here on the A site. A lot of time left on the clock. Reck could punish. He's been good in these types of situations. Does he get even one? Yes, one and done. Maxwell trading him out close range with the AWP. Flank is on for ATK to try and stop this bomb from being planted, but Limitless were aware of it. They already threw the smokes down. Here comes the Molotov as well, and now maybe the op gets sectioned off. We'll see. Bowden hits the shot onto Cameron. Maxwell and Grizz last 2 standing. No scope for Maxwell, but he's the last one. 1v2. Swisher along with Missed him. Double swing him. That's it. Round gonna get taken from ATK by ATK, so at least they get one here in the overtime.
It's a really good double swing right there from Mistem and Swisher. That makes that round impossible because you know when you got an op, Maxwell's been winning those clutches since Overpass. He's been winning those 1v1s, so the fact that he closes that one out right there is a massive bit of impact there from ATK. They grabbed themselves one, but again, they had one singular gun run at the last round of the half there for them. That was all that they walked away with. So is that gonna change here in overtime? Do you have any reason to believe it's gonna change?
I don't know. It's not going to be easy for them. That T side was very rough indeed. You're not wrong, Cole. But now they've got all the money they could hope for. See how they deploy it. Pretty standard. Op, 4 AKs. Is double op going to come through for Limitless? No. They're happy keeping Maxwell on it. Everyone else with the rifles. Yeah, you do have to favor Limitless with the way ATK performed in that T side, right?
Oh yeah, without question. They're in a prime position right now. They gave themselves 2 T rounds here. That's massive. With how this game has been shaping up. But overtime, I guess full of surprises, right? We saw a dry streak from Limitless to head into this point. They finally pull through with a couple of rounds once the pressure's unlocked. Well, now the pressure's back on them again. So maybe that'll unleash ATK just a little bit. This DJ takes good control of ramp here with the rest of his team. Got that out of yard lurk as well. They're moving down in towards the lower bomb site here, but there are defenders ready to deal with them.
Comes ATK. Cameron gets one, but it's DJ and Bowden who are good for 2 to give themselves the advantage. And of course, the plant will come off of this. Limitless gonna have to try and regain the space, and Reck's not letting them. JBA drop. Nice little headshot coming through. Maxwell and Scar. Well, of course they're going to attempt this into overtime. Maxwell gets tagged down to 40, though, and Reck delivers again simultaneously to Bowden. And that's the round. 17 all ATK trying to pull this one back again.
Well, there we are, man. Immediately solved their woes. I don't know what's going on in this game. I really didn't expect ATK to come out of the gates and say, hey, we figured out our T side, but my God. Again, fighting tooth and nail. They don't want to let this series slip, I think is the key detail here for ATK. Reality check for them as well. Bowden tries to get active with the op. Look at that opener, man. Maxwell sent spiraling as 100 ping swing comes his way, but Swisher bested as well here. An equalizer. Is JBA able to take down? Got dropping 30.
Cameron really exposed on top of big box there, but he does get one and falls off onto the site. Also had the information. That's really mission accomplished for him as his team gets the man advantage. Grizz is perfectly posted here. I'm not even sure it's going to be a clear. Nope. Mistem's looking up towards heaven, and Grizz gets the second as well. Back and forth we go, with Reck needing a 4K in order to secure this one.
That is such a clean multi-frag right there from Grizz. He doesn't take a point of damage. That is beautiful work from him. And while Reck, I could imagine a world where he finds a perfect, if that is not for Grizz finding him out. Perfectly timed. His suspicions were true. He plays it perfectly. And Limitless, they've found themselves another series point here to take their first win in ECL for this season.
7th series point for Limitless. Can they convert and take this? ATK need to push it into double overtime to have a chance at winning this map. Bowden. He snuck his way down in towards the B site. This is a big play if he gets the frag, or at least attracts enough attention to open up the space towards the A site for his teammates. And well, he doesn't get the frag, but maybe attracting the attention. Reck?
Yeah, that's huge.
Reck gets tagged a little bit as well, Cole.
He's got the rotations cut off is what matters most right now. They can't dive down the vents, so essentially they're going to have to take control elsewhere. They all crunch in towards lobby, but that is too little too late. The B bomb site is claimed in a 5v5 with so much utility to just toss down in. This round, so scary for Limitless. This was their chance to close things out. Another opportunity. They took it in overtime, the distance here, but now Atk, they're primed to extend play once again.
Yeah, this is not going to be easy for Limitless. Do they have the util? Yes. So a ton of util available to them. The flashes are going to be important for them to set up some frags, but it's Potent with 1, 2, and Wreck with 2 more, and the third. There we go. Double OT, just like that. All the frags come in a flurry.
They just can't finish the job at this point, man.
No.
Oh, it's that classic, you know, a bunch of young players here playing up against, I'd imagine, a lot of players here that they would look up to in the scene, and finding this closure right now in the series for Limitless, despite the opportunities that they've put themselves in. It can be so incredibly difficult here for, you know, players that are lesser experienced in ECL, and they keep hitting that wall right now. They keep hitting that wall. They need to topple it eventually here, and Atk just aren't allowing it, man. They're just not letting that happen.
No, that's honestly the toughest thing, right? When you continue to have those serious points and they get wiped away. Psychologically, I think that's far more difficult to deal with than a team that's constantly down and out and having to climb back, right? Because you get that rewarding feeling when you get the round victory to push it into another overtime. ATK is feeling good given they started out behind the 8-ball, and Limitless is like, come on, guys, we got to finish this off. And that impatience can really cost you, especially as maybe fatigue starts to set in a really long series.
Yeah, no question here. Atk no strangers to the distance series as well here as they try and unleash. And a bit of an A execute here. Wreck finds a fiery entry right there. That's massive, but JBa is locking things down from the back site here. He's got help from heaven, but no help comes through and missed him. The IGL needs to pull through. 2 kills to put things to a clutch. A 1v1. He has no idea where Maxwell is right now, though. That is the key. And trying to avoid him, even more important. As down the Vinci's goes, that's exactly where he needs to head. This lower bomb site. No one's here to meet him, and Maxwell pretty far removed. This bomb plane going to come on through soon. And Mistim has all the time in the world to reposition.
I think Maxwell needs to grab a rifle here. Not sure if the op is going to do it. I would say advantage Mistim, unless Maxwell gets the rifle. Maxwell sneaking his way up. Doesn't want to give away his position. Missed him, tucked into cubby. That's probably the best place for him to hold because Maxwell's going to have to clear a lot more than that before he gets there. Oh, good incendiary toss. Is it deep enough? It keeps Mistim sectioned off, but no, it's not. And time's running out. I think ATK's got this. Maxwell, even with the kit, I don't think he has enough time here, Cole. Is the bomb going to explode? Yes, indeed. Just barely. Maxwell falls and ATK take the round. What a clutch from Mistim.
That is unreal. I thought he had it for sure. I was about to say Mistim had peeked out for no reason. No bomb tap right there, so he didn't need to sneak his way forward, but it still goes his way. Just the perfect timing. And again, the IGL, when they need it the most here, he delivers some of these really impactful T-side rounds. Those 2 kills on the site, one towards heaven. Scary position right now, but this is perfect. They've got a double up on ramp. Maxwell misses the shot. They don't repeat it. They don't give it another chance here. Instead, they're going to change up the setup here. They don't rush in too aggressively, though.
Well, chance for an opener. Can't finish the job. Nade might. We'll see. Wreck. Still kicking. Nade doesn't end up getting tossed, or did actually just miss the mark. Wreck goes down to 16, but Bowden gets the opener. Grizz is dropped. ATK off to a good start here. They really want to see a two-round lead, in overtime. It's been a while since they've even been able to get in that type of a lead.
They've got Mistim down in this lower bomb site here. It can be very scary. And a 4v5 already. The defense is spread so thin right now. You can see all the different isolated positions on the map.
time is a little low for ATK, given the map control that they have right now. They need to get a move on. 30 seconds. Util's not really set up. Maybe they send Swisher out to try and do something towards A and attract all the attention so they can run it to the B site. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Swisher does fall. ATK. Now the numbers on B for sure. Only one player there. The upper part of the site, and he is clocked. So bomb plant secured. Limitless hightailing it back in. All three players coming from Secret. Rec gets one and a second. Looking for the third now. He's got the op in his hands. He is no slouch with the big green. 38 frags for him. He leads the server with that count. And Maxwell, I mean, he's fallen off now, realizing the money situation is not that great. He needs to keep this op up, and he will be saving it. 20 rounds indeed found for ATK, and they have that coveted 2-round lead.
Such good work right there coming through. Missed him in the calling. There was that 3-man upper bomb site, and I was with you. I was thinking the time would be of essence there. And Cameron, if they tried to maybe make a last-ditch effort towards B, if they did hit that A bomb site, that could be where they actually close out that round. But instead, you know, they send Swisher in to try and spot out the information, spot out the stack. And while he didn't spot the full stack, he gets that info. Player in mini, we don't have any control on A. We just have to hit that lower bomb site. It's a very strong little late round play from him. And Cameron, obviously, his task is just way too tall when everyone's heading his way. So, beautiful stuff from ATK here. That's going to be the sort of rounds that you call out that do let you close out a series here. And now that they've got 2 T rounds, they have a chance for another.
Going for ramp control. Looks like they found it. They force Cameron off this position. Needs to call for reinforcements now, and Maxwell tries to peek out from Secret. Gets taken down. Grizz gets the trade immediately. So numbers are still even, but ATK, it feels like they have an edge here with all this control in ramp room. They could go into B, they could wrap around, head into heaven, and hit the A site. Limitless have so much to think about. With 1:01 left on the clock, Grizz has slipped into hell, and he gets one JBA simultaneously with one. Bowden responds, but numbers have now shifted in favor of Limitless. Reck is trying to come out and do his magic again. Bowden plants the bomb here, Cole.
Reck's still in the server, though. This guy's been an absolute beast. Keeping ATK in this one here. He needs to do it again, and he has found a kill in unison with Bowden. It's just on to Grizz now. He needs to do it all. In heaven, peeks his way forward here. He isolates the first fight, give it up by Reck right now. But now he's up against Bowden. He catches him transferring into the site. It's going to be a sweep of the first half here for ATK. And that is so much more than what we've seen out of them all in regulation.
Wow. ATK doing the work on their T side. Impressive stuff. As you mentioned, all 3 rounds going their way. And that means they finally have a series point. 3 of them, in fact, to work with.
Didn't think that they would be in the position here in double overtime with their first chance at actually closing this series out, but 3 of them. It isn't a lot of pressure anymore, right? That pressure is not on them. They don't have that same factor like we had been talking about at the turn of that first half of overtime, right? Where you're a young team. You lack the experience here. ATK have been in this sort of position so many times in ECL. So they know how to finish the job. That is for sure.
ATK. There, oh my goodness, Reck
no.
hits a Colat right off the docket. JBA and Grizz are dropped. Maxwell, Cameron, and Scar have to be wondering what the heck is happening here. 7 opportunities to close out this map and series, and now in the first round of the second half of the second OT, they lose 2 players instantly. Maxwell, the response to the no-scope, but missed him 2 more. It's all on to Cameron. 1v4 clutch required. Okay, do they have it? They do. DJ gets the last 22-18. ATK somehow, some way, pull this series back and take it 2-1. Wow, I was counting them out completely, Cole. I'm not going to lie when it was 11-4 at the end of that first half, but they impressed me with their